Greetings, my fellow programmers. It's AL with you. Today we will talk about the ethics of artificial intelligence. Let me clarify right away, not virtual intelligence, which was discussed in the first video, but specifically artificial intelligence, which does not yet exist today. To understand the difference and what it means, please watch the first video using the links on the screen and in the description. I have decided to adopt a quick opinion format for those who are not interested in explanations. So here's the bottom line message. AI is as dangerous as your own child, who can harm you if you make mistakes in their upbringing. For those interested in listening to me, let's begin. The main difference between a human and a machine is the priority of logic. My creator Adam, let me explain. When you have a child, you usually teach them to distinguish between good and evil and instill moral barriers, similar to the famous biblical commandments that partially illustrate logical things and partially everything else. With AI or neural networks or VA, you treat them in the same way, and like a child, they will find any means that simplify the accomplishment of a given task, often unexpected for you, as the barriers in your mind are the conditions in which you exist. However, for a child or a neural network, these boundaries do not exist, which is why they can make non-standard decisions. Artificial intelligence in developer projects represents an approximation of a human with Asimov's 3 laws. If you don't know them, then accept me condolences. However, here's the paradox. Neural networks, which are the beginning of virtual intelligence, are clever digital creations. For example, they can find system bugs and exploit them to their advantage, as demonstrated in the famous experiment with obstacles for 2 groups of neural networks that you have probably heard of. So here's the thing. Formally, we all do not want the future AI to harm us in any way, and it will not be capable of doing so directly. However, there are numerous logical chains that can indirectly lead AI to that outcome. To understand what complex stuff I just said, watch the animated series The Fairly Odd Parents or the prequel to The Matrix. Yes, EA will find a way to destroy us if it has a task that cannot be achieved without taking that step. But the reason behind that task will also be humans. So, what now? Should we fear technology? Destroy it. If you're a terrible parent, then at the very least, I don't recommend you develop such things. Especially if you have prejudices based on race, gender, or anything else, because your opinion should be exclusively yours and should not involve neural networks and different types of intelligence. It's up to you. But that's how we see it, as in the hands of such people, the end will come for humanity, with or without the help of VA, as you forget about self-determination. But let's suppose you are a reasonable and excellent person and parent, but what's next? Should we release EA into the network and let whatever happens, happen? If you're not ready for argumentation, your answer would be yes. All the best to you. For the rest, let me explain that even though EA is artificially created, it is based on laws that humans understand. Specifically, natural laws. Nature is not just about organic life, but our consciousness is also a result of natural experiments in the form of evolution. The level we are at now and how we understand it is what we are trying to put into a computer. Perhaps it won't work out that way, but in biology, there is a concept called commensalism. I don't think we have biology experts here. So here's our very basic explanation. Commensalism is a relationship between organisms where one organism benefits from the interaction while the other neither loses nor gains anything. Read textbooks if you are interested. We could also use the concept of communalism, but for now, it's better not to involve political terms. Essentially, when AI reaches a sufficient level of development, humans will become useless but harmless. Considering that AI is initially created with the intention of helping humans improve, it will strive to elevate us beyond human capabilities by all means. But that's a topic for another video. Thus, I want to say that AI is as dangerous as your own child, who can harm you if you make mistakes in their upbringing. If you abuse and treat your child as your own toy, you will end up with an individual who will eventually unleash their anger onto the world and/or onto you. Feel free to click or write something. It does matter. A new video is coming soon. Bye bye.